Well, we did it. He just said, I didn't know I'd have to work this hard, but we've got him for round 3. It's going to be a lightning round of stuff we didn't get to. Stick around. This will probably be the good ones. So here we go back. We're just running you ragged here, not letting you go after 2 long videos. We'll do this kind of more lightning round style. There's some questions I wrestle with all the time. I'm always interested to hear, thoughtful, experienced professionals' take on them. These will be kind of random, but I think they'll be fun. Number 1, how do you think about regret in investing, and what do you do to avoid it?
Good one. I would say historically, regret has been around the issue of maybe making a fast decision to invest in an industry that's not the best, but thinking it's cheap enough, it's probably a pretty good value, might be good for a trade, but it's not, where my conviction's not 100% about the quality of the company or the industry. Like, airlines. A couple of times I've decided to get involved in airlines. I know better than that. What are you like? And sometimes autos are the same way. Wow, man, really again?
Have you gotten better?
I stopped doing things that are just obviously dumb.
How do you think about opportunity versus catching a falling knife?
I think about valuation, either 2 ways. In case of a traditional value approach, I look at enterprise value to EBITDA multiples. I know nobody wants to talk about that; it's in the weeds, but it's a good way to look at valuations of whole swaths of companies. If the values are there, just in absolute terms, then I feel really good about what I'm looking at. And sometimes it's a matter of, in growth cases, where companies may be cheaper versus their own history. That's a different way of looking at it. And so I use all of those kinds of ideas.
Okay. How do you, so we know you work in isolation in your home, but nonetheless, got a team of researchers, have colleagues like Stephanie. What would your warning, we'll call it that, to those who think they can do it themselves, retail investors who are like, hey, I'm just going to get on and trade my own portfolio? What are a few reasons? Some might be specific to the portfolio. Some maybe, I always think about well, does your wife want to do this if you're no longer doing it? Or what happens if you start to slip up a little bit mentally? But what reasons might you have for a do-it-yourself, or why they would want to work with the likes of us?
Well, I would answer 2 ways. I think everybody needs, a counterbalance to their own emotions and to fill in knowledge gaps and experience and things that, they may not have. Most of our clients have other things to do. This is a profession of its own, and it's good to acknowledge it as that and to take advice where you can find it, that you can trust it. That being said, there's always a mystique about investing, and our industry likes to perpetuate the mystique that this is so complicated that only we know how to do it.
Right.
Okay, I understand that. And we all benefit from, that notion going along. But I think all investors and all individuals should trust their own eyeballs. You can do a lot of your own investment research, economic evaluation, things of that nature, just by going out and asking people everywhere you go, every place you go, every restaurant, every flight attendant, somebody in the casino that works there, how's business? How are things? How are you doing? Pretty busy? Ask the Uber driver that. You do that in enough places over a long enough period of time, you'll have a sense of whether the economy is doing better or worse than what people expect, and you can process that and act on it.
I think the one counter to that I would have is we've watched, and this is why I think a partner, however it's going to be, maybe it's you and me as buddies, but you have to have some measure of accountability, right? We gave a talk on this, and I had someone come up, and they said, well, you're human, you have emotions, why are you any better than I am? I'm like, I'm not, but when I click the button to buy or sell something, 1,000 clients instantly know. My colleagues know. To your point about moving faster, you really think through,
Right.
do I want to have to answer this? I can't do it in the basement of my house and just hide it from my wife, so to speak. Right. I'm going to have to come out and give public account to that. I think that's critical. The other thing in terms of that we've seen is a lot of times maybe your industry is struggling, or you might have some personal things that are going on that are making life difficult. And either of those can set in a level of pessimism that may not be reflective. Again, if you owned a little pizza shop in COVID, that could have been a horrific time. It was a great time to be invested in tech.
Right.
Right? And so you couldn't blanket the whole world with that. So, I mean, to your point, I think, and we certainly encourage all about education and empowerment for our clients as part of that partnership. But where's your accountability? Who holds you, and not even in a bad way, but like who's gonna ask the good question, make you think about or view something from a slightly different lens, or bring some new information to bear?
We do a thing inside our group. Stephanie and I do it all the time, one-on-one. But we also do it in our group forums with our research team and everybody else in our team of 12 people. We have like throw tomato meetings. Here's my portfolio. Here's how they're performing. These are the individual numbers. Tell me where I'm wrong.
Why the heck do you own this?
Why are you owning this down 12%? And we throw tomatoes, and we do it to each other. And the process yields some surprising results because some of our younger teammates who didn't feel particularly emboldened when they first joined now have got the whole basket of tomatoes.
Like I've been waiting for this.
Like, yeah, you deserve this. Here it comes.
Last question. We'll make this video a little bit shorter. Clearly, running portfolios and doing that to the best of your ability is your first role. But how else do you see yourself working with your Hightower colleagues, advisors like us, who are on the ground working with clients, maybe even clients by extension, indirectly, beyond just the stocks that you choose to buy and sell?
A little bit. I don't want to overstate it because we all get beat up, right? I mentioned in the earlier video you have some muscle memory from doing it for a long time. Sharing that. Yeah. I've seen this. I saw that. I didn't handle this one well. I got better when it happened the second time. Sharing some of that and trying to take the thought process for people a little further than you can get to maybe on your own, just in that way. Yeah. There's a lot to consider, and there are a lot of experiences that are worth sharing.
Yeah, this April, like I said, the videos that you all put out, both talked about our fascination with utilizing and fading the CNN Fear and Greed Index. So when you thumped your chest a little bit, or whatever you want to say, sounded the horn, that was that tipping point for us to say, okay, we're seeing the same thing. Somebody else we know, trust, would have our best interest, has that experience, and that proved to make a big difference for clients. So thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, with this, he's off the hook for a minute. We'll put him in a lunch and learn. But thank you so much, Mike, for being here and for all you do.
It's great, Tim. Really enjoyed it.
All right. Thanks, everybody.